Welcome to Stories and Magic with me, Mahitha. You know how when we live through something, we don't pay too much attention. But later, sometimes years later, somebody says or does something and it triggers a flood of memories. Something like that happened recently. I had a visitor and we were sitting in the balcony having coffee when she looked up at the plane making a noisy exit across the little patch of sky beyond our balcony, and she said, "Doesn't the racket bother you?" We live in a flight path quite close to an airport, and any time of the day or night you can hear the sound of planes landing mostly. Eventually you learn to tune them out, but sometimes the drone gets through. "No, I don't mind," I said. "Actually, it makes me happy." 50 years ago, I became a part of my adoptive parents' life with one simple announcement: I'm taking her home. Amma must have been 40 then, and Appa 7, 8 years older. I was her sister's baby, a chubby and quite irresistible 3-month-old, she would say, with big black eyes and a chapamuku and duck lips and a thick mop of springy curls. These were her descriptions. And depending on the tone in which she said them, I would either feel like a beautiful fairy tale princess or spend the next few hours in front of the mirror pulling my nose and willing it to grow. Amma and Appa took me everywhere they went, and my days were a funny mixture of exposure to a very cosmopolitan adult way of living and unending pampering by their friends whose own children were grown up and gone away to college and work opportunities out of our little town. My brothers were in college then, and I would hear endless stories of how they would babysit me while studying, supposedly studying. Rocking my cradle, which was made from Amma's old cotton saris knotted in a sling and suspended from a silver and deer antler hook. "See that?" Surina would point to a bleached patch on the red oxide floor of Mama's bedroom. "Your cradle was hung above that, and this happened because you were always peeing." And he would choose to tell that story of this bleached tiles every time we had company, aiming for maximum embarrassment. Well, once I got smart enough to dig up and tell even more embarrassing stories about him, he stopped. Our house was near the airport, and every day Amma or Appa or one of my Annas would take me there, and we'd go up into the visitors gallery where I would stand nose pressed to the glass and watch planes take off and land. And then after this, it would be followed by a drive to Spencer's to pick up chocolate, Toblerone triangles always, and then to a bookshop for comics. And I'd come home tired but excited, clutching at a grown-up's hand, face smeared with melted chocolate, chattering endlessly about everything that we had seen and done. Amma died when I was 10. Appa lived long enough to see my son and spoil him with completely age-inappropriate presents. And if I scolded him for it, he would say, "Nothing I didn't do for you, and you turned out okay." That house is now the campus of a technical college. Can't even visit. Surina is gone, and my other Anna lives halfway across the globe. But, every time I see a plane or hear one fly by, reminds me of Amma and Appa, of clutching onto their hands with my chubby fingers, of standing nose pressed to glass, while my Annas pointed out and named the planes before us. The sound of planes? They don't bother me. They make me happy. One going by right now. Make happy memories with your children. Share your own stories. We are the stories we tell, aren't we? And everything, everywhere, is eventually a story, isn't it? Happy Children's Day.